What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning George Foreman. George Foreman has went on record and said both of those guys, Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder, would wreck him, period. He went on to say, in more in depth, if he would have fought Tyson Fury in his prime, Tyson Fury would be he would be too elusive. He couldn't commit a punch on him and to get off, because of the head movement, the constant pivots and upper body movement that Tyson Fury has and he does with his opponents, that a guy like George Foreman wouldn't get a shot on him, and I can believe that. Look what Ali did to him out of his prime, right? Deontay Wilder, with his size and his punching power, he equally would be protecting himself, and he couldn't commit to a punch like he wanted to because of the punching power coming back. Now, I can respect that about George Foreman. He did this interview on TMZ, and TMZ, asked him, hey, when you fought Muhammad Ali in Thrilla in Manila, and you've been in so many other different fights, tell me what you think. First off, I'm going to send this link below in the description box, but I got to counterpunch it first. The reporter is not a boxing analyst, obviously, because the Thrilla in Manila wasn't, he didn't fight Muhammad Ali in Thrilla in Manila. Okay. Thrilla in Manila was the third fight with Ali Frazier. Okay. Not Foreman. He fought Foreman in Zaire, near Johannesburg, Africa. Okay. That was a totally different fight. All right. So I got to counterpunch that because that wasn't right. I don't want people hearing that and thinking, he fought Foreman in Thrilla Manila. No, that belonged to Frazier Ali. Okay. So, but moving on, he also predicted that Fury could win the fight if he could do and emulate the same thing he did in the Klitschko fight. Because Klitschko, with the 65 knockouts, he's no stranger to knocking people out. He has massive power himself. He had more weapons also. And he said that if he can do that, he could bring it back home. Wilder has to throw punches, has to get wild in there like he's known to do, and look for that knockout, because it's not going to come easy from Tyson Fury, which was a good assessment. It was a good assessment. I feel that this particular fight will be a good fight for the world. Everything all said and done, the eruptions, the outbursts, the buildup. Yeah, I believe George Foreman, and I just respect George Foreman for just keeping it in the now. A lot of fighters can't do that. A lot of fighters were like, man, I would knock him out. I would do this. I would do that. That's not really fair to the era that you have, because there's no way of proving that. That's a cool thing to say sitting back on your ass in your rocking chair. But, all things said and done, until you can get in the ring and emulate something, or get in Doc Brown's time machine and you and Marty and fly back to that time, get that fighter, bring him back, fight in the ring. Then we could see who is the real fighter, and are you really successful or truthful about what you said. We could see if that was accurate. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to leave that there, because George Foreman decided about the fight. He's going to be there. If he ain't, he going to watch it. So like George Foreman, love his grills. But he has had his own, ups and downs in the ring, and his career has massive. And, he is definitely in the history books, so he is worth mentioning in his opinion. However, you guys tell me what you think about this video. Tell me what you think about the video that George Foreman was interviewed in. Of course, guys, please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.